God blessings everybody, this is the Gaming Christian with yet again another video, and this time we are going to check out the complete official guide of Dragon Quest VIII, The Journey of the Cursed King for the PlayStation 2. And this is an excellent RPG, people. This is a fantastic RPG. Not only does it look great, it has fantastic RPG gameplay. And what I'm going to do in this video is just to check it out. Of course, I'm not going to give you a complete overall, like a big detailed one. But what I'm going to do is just flip the pages, talk about it, show you something what's in the pages. Yeah, let's get it started. Dragon Quest VIII, The Journey of the Cursed King. The first two pages you stumble across again is of course artwork, the contents on how to play, the characters, obviously, the whole walkthrough, which is the biggest section of this game. There's of course artwork, there's of course, it's very clear again, very classified, it's very easy to understand, it's very self-explanatory, it's nicely put together, most parts of this game is very nice sections. They tell you how to play, of course every part is put in chapters. They actually tell you how to play, starting the game. Like I'm saying, most piggyback interactive books are very easy to understand, very self-explanatory, very, nice. Of course, they show you screenshots on how it will look like. You have, of course, the Avenger log. You have to enter a name. You know, most things that you will find in this game are self-explanatory. Of course, enter a name is very easy to understand. And a prologue, but yeah, you know. Of course, I won't be able to spoil. I will try not to spoil anything in the game. It's fine, I guess. I didn't spoil too much. You have to check the game out. It's really awesome. And this game is a standard but a very good RPG with actual voice acting. Of course, the next page is, of course, the basics. You know, the first taste of combat. You see screenshots. You see nice artwork of the weapons. The controls. They actually show you the controls on how it works. Screenshots. Of course, you have towns to explore. It's a very basic RPG. You have towns to explore. It all looks very nice. It's a sort of... is it cel shading? It's not extremely cel shading, but it's very colorful. And you can see that that the person that made Dragon Ball Z, it looks like the characters look like Dragon Ball Z characters. And I thought that the leading character was sort of like a Gohan character when he is actually growing up. Of course, they actually tell you how everything works. You have churches where you can actually save, when you can actually, heal yourself. You have your shops where you can actually buy and sell stuff. It's all very self-explanatory. You have the inn, the bank. You can actually explore it. You can find items. Of course, this is the game where they're gonna explain where every item is, of course. In treasure chests, you have maps. In this game it's very nice, you have day and night, so it changes from day to night. And don't worry, it's not like Castlevania 2 from Ooh. Of course, you have the main menu, the personal inventory, of course screenshots, magic, what's in the bag, attributes, of course the battle log. It's all very basic. Maybe that's one of the that's one of the good things about this game. It's all very basic RPG stuff, but they've done it so well. I mean, this game is a well-made game. I think maybe I'm gonna do a playthrough of this game. Who could say? It's a huge game. I haven't played this game for years, and it was kind of fun, I guess. Of course, you have your world. Of course, you have your world map. World maps, of course, are not towns, obviously, but you have these big worlds. What I really liked about the game was the whole world map. Was the whole world you could walk with. Of course, you had your towns, but you also had like vastly grassy areas, forest areas, or the sea, where you can actually explore there. You can actually explore there. You can find treasure chests, different kind of places. Of course, you can train there. You had different kind of monsters. It was all just so awesome. It was all extremely awesome. There was so much, world to explore. It feels like a free roaming game. I mean, the world was big, but it also looked awesome. It also looked like Oblivion. That world was so huge and so beautiful. It was like, wow, this is like you're going on an adventure. And of course, you had your standard, random encounters like classic RPGs had. But you know, like I'm saying, the world map looked huge. It was huge. It was amazing looking, and it was amazing overall. How big it was, just like with Oblivion. Of course, you stumble across different kind of characters, but we're not there yet. You had the abilities and spells. You had to psych up tension. You know, because once you're psyched up and once you have your tension, you're actually stronger and better. Here are your hints and tips, pretty much in the beginning somewhere, page 21. But you know, these are very easy to understand. You need to, of course, they tell you to train. They give you tips about skills and abilities, magic for everyone, status items, efficiency, critical hits, shopping, selling. Yeah, it's all. Of course, there's nice screenshots, nice artwork. It's all very awesome. You have, of course, your characters. The keys and commons. Here's where they explain how the characters work, how things are being put together. It's all very awesome. You have, of course, the hero, who's the first character, who's the main character you play with. He doesn't really have a name, and that makes him mysterious. I have never finished this game, so I don't know how this ends. Maybe I should check on YouTube to see how it all ends. You have, of course, your side character who is called Yengus. Yengus is like your companion. You see through the storyline how you met Yengus, so that's pretty awesome. Yengus is a very nice character to have. Of course, you have Jessica, the girl. I mean, in every RPG, you need to have a girl or a woman, and she is the one with the whip, and I think she's good with magic. This is Angelo. You know, a guy that looks like a Spanish fighter with this sword. I don't know, and he's also a character you stumble across against like a normal RPG. Of course, what's an RPG without items? Here you have your standard items. Of course, you have your important items. You know, your storyline items. Of course, you have your standard healing items, magic items, potions. Of course, you have your, cheese, and with that cheese, you can actually do devastating attacks. But you have all kinds of, items to find in this game. Potions. You can actually sell. You also find things to sell for extra money. Of course, you have your weapons. With those weapons, you can use. For your characters, of course, the hero, that's how he's called. He can use swords, he can use spears, boomerangs, axes are being used by Yengus, or clubs is being used, and scythes, is that how you call it? Of course, you have your flails, can be used by Yengus. Knives are being used by Jessica, whips are being used by Jessica, staffs are being used by Jessica and being used by Angelo. Angelo uses bows. Angelo is actually the character that uses bows most of the time. Of course, you have your armor. Of course, every character has his or her armor. When you put that armor on, you don't see it physically. Of course, with Jessica, it's a whole different thing. Check out the game what I mean. But most of the time, you don't change. Your looks aren't changed. You just have stronger armor. Of course, Jessica gets her special girl armor. It really makes no sense if that's your thing, I guess. But yeah, of course, you have your dresses for Jessica. Obviously, Jessica is the more magical character. The same counts for Angelo. Angelo is also the character that is good with magic. The hero and Angus can use magic, but they're more the strong type, the physical type. Of course, you have your shields, your helmets. Basic stuff. Every character has his or her helmet. You have your accessories. It's your standard items, armors, and accessories. Weapons and stuff like that. Of course, there's the alchemy pot. You can actually... as you can see, I used a marker to use certain things. Don't know why I did that. Maybe to know for sure what I needed for certain things. These are the things that come out if you mix certain ingredients. So that's what this section is all about. Of course, you have your monsters. Monsters are your standard people that you need to fight to train your level. This is a very nice looking pages, nice artwork, nice information as well. Their weaknesses, their strength. It's all very basic. There's a lot of monsters in this game. Oh, trust me, there is. But of course, you have your basic monsters. Some of them give a lot of XP. Some of them, standardly, but they are a lot weaker. There's a lot of monsters, but there's also infamous monsters, and these infamous monsters are secret monsters, so to speak. You stumble across them in certain places, and about this book, they actually tell you where you can find these monsters, so you can actually look for them. Some of them have question marks on them, where you can find them. But these are very, but they give you, like special items. They give you more XP. And the next section of this game is the walkthrough. And the walkthrough, of course, obviously tells you how to play the game. Well, there's not much to tell. You have your maps, your screenshots, artwork, obviously, and of course your information on what you can find at the arm shop, the weapon shop, and the item shop, where you needed to go, where you can find certain items, where those items are. Yeah, it's very basic. It looks pretty nice, especially the maps, who looks, very nice drawn. Not much to tell here, just where you need to go exploring the town, of course, where you can find the extra things that you don't need for the storyline, but which can make yourself stronger. Of course, you have your world map, monsters to fight. You need to go there next, obviously. Of course, you have nice looking maps, artwork again, screenshots, information about what you can find, what you need to do there, secrets. Obviously, that's what this book is all about. That's why you buy this book, because you're a fan, or maybe just for the extra information. There's the Tower of Alexandra. Well, it's all very basic. Of course, there's side quests that you can do. You can find mini medals. Of course, this game has regions, and in those regions you can find dungeons and towns or buildings, that you will stumble across against. You'll follow the storyline along the way, obviously. The thing always with these games, it's always good to explore, not just for training, but also to find hidden secrets if you look well. But I'm the kind of gamer that likes to go fast through a game, but I always like to explore, and I always like to do the extra stuff as well. That's one of the reasons why I like RPGs and free roaming games, not just because of the storyline, but also because of the extra XP, extra items that can make yourself a lot stronger. Yeah, there isn't too much to tell further here. It's just a storyline. It's a long game. It's like an RPG. You can train yourself to level 99, I think. Yeah, it's really amazing. Of course, it's secrets, what you can find in certain places. Here is where they actually give you tips on a certain mix to make a certain weapon. Yeah, you can also mix things and you can get weapons out of them. You have your artwork, your screenshots, the monsters, 3D maps. That's what I really like. There's info to get about certain monsters, about certain places. My goodness, this is a long game, people. This is a very long game. That's what this walkthrough is all about, and I'm going through it pretty quickly. The last page of the walkthrough. Now we go to the 6th chapter, and that is its secrets. These are the side quests. These are the items. No. These are more side quests, places, certain armors, certain weapons, where you can find them, certain characters you will meet, certain places where you can level up faster, how you can level up faster. It's all very in big detail. Of course, you have your standard side quest. There is the monster arena where you can fight against monsters. You can find monsters throughout the game, and you can use those monsters to help you fight in battle. This is a very cool. I really like those arenas in games. I mean, just as an extra, not as the game itself, but more as an extra. And as an extra, these are just awesome to do. Of course, there's the infamous monsters places. There's a big world map, as you can see, and information on where you can find those monsters. This is a very cool looking world map. This is information on special monster teams, because you can create teams. Like I'm saying, you can find monsters and you can create teams, and you can use those monsters against the other monsters. And I really like this part of the game, but it was somewhere at the end, and I was kind of done with the game. But you can see information on them, on what their you know, on what their abilities are and the positive sides on them, the upsides about having this team, which you can use for your own strategy against other monsters in that arena. So yeah, there are mini medals to get. Dodgy Dave has also a side quest. There's a mini events, you know, events that are not part of the storyline, you know, side stories. There's of course the side quest bodyguard for Cash and Carry. You need to form as bodyguards for them, and I also did this quest. It's not part of the official storyline. There's an awesome casino there you can play, where you can play casino levels. You know, places you can go, side quests to do. You know, it's your standard thing. There, of course, there's a section about the boss monsters at certain places. Dark monsters that come later in the story. Of course, there is top secrets. These are the boss monsters you will find. You need to fight these guys or girls in the story, and it's been and they show you that in this section on what kind of bosses you have to fight. And more information about secrets, about places you can go. There's of course the Dragon Village, Heavenly Dais. Don't know what that is, but it's one of the, you know, secret places you can actually go there. Certain places you can actually train your level. Secret bosses you can actually fight. These are actually secret bosses. You don't have to fight these guys. They're just they're not in the story. They're like side quests, bosses, and you can get awesome items from them. A lot of XP. Then of course we have the index, and we're almost done. Yeah, the index on which page you can find these monsters or items or whatever you're looking for. And of course a page where they actually tell you like, oh, we have nice books and stuff like that. And of course the last page, this is like a three-way page. Is that how you're supposed to call it? I don't know. There's a nice map on where you can find certain treasure chests. It looks very nice. I really like this artwork. An index on how certain icons look like on the map itself. And of course they show you what places are what, and where on what page you can find them. Of course there's the credits on people who made the book, and the last page is an explanation on what this book has to offer. People, that was Dragon Quest VIII for the PlayStation 2, the official strategy guide. I really want to thank you guys for watching. I am tired because blah blah blah. I talk way too much. I really have to put some stuff on the computer. I still haven't done that. But I recorded everything in a couple of days. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in next time with some more Gaming Christian. Whoops. And I'll see you guys the next time. I really hope you do. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time with some more Gaming Christian. Goodbye everybody. See you the next time.